When it comes to vehicle maintenance and repairs, Stevens Point knows you can always put your trust in Auto Select. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Plover, Auto Select will have you back on the road in no time. Enjoy their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. Quality, dependable, automotive care experts you can trust. In Stevens Point and Plover, at Auto Select, you're good to go.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
All right, welcome here to Memorial Park here in Plover, the site of today's CWC South Conference game between the Wildcats, or beg your pardon, Wild Rose here. Wild Rose and Pacelli. This is a home game for Wild Rose. Game was moved from Wild Rose to here at Memorial Park here in Plover. Slightly earlier start than normal, but good thing is we'll get some baseball in here today. Wild Rose again comes in here with an overall record here of 2-10, and Pacelli with the 11-9 overall record here. These two teams faced each other not too long ago. Pacelli came out on the victorious end on that one. Here with our Auto Select pregame show here, which is Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Complete auto repair services. Locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you're good to go. Ironically enough, just talked to Doug Noskoviak today. Always great to work with Doug and his staff over at Auto Select. Always have taken care of us and certainly many others. Again, with our Auto Select pregame show. Melise Badoon to start things off here for Pacelli. That's short. Peyton Flees will batting second in center field. Asher Jordan playing at first, batting third. Lucas Hammerly at second. Andrew Van Order here today in the 5 spot doing the DHing. Sully Schober, third base, batting 6. Nate Hammerly catching today in the 7th spot, and Jaden Karski in the 8th spot in left field, with Bryce Flaker rounding things out here for the Cardinals, batting in the 9th spot today and playing right field. So Badoon will start things off. Jackson Zacharias out on the hill for Wild Rose. The lefty comes in with a first pitch strike here to Melise Badoon. We are underway here. And that ball catches the backstop here again, as we mentioned in our Auto Select. Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you're good to go. So Badoon stays 0-2 here now as he fouls that one, taps it down the third base line over there to Coach Wayne Sankey. Zacharias, the left-hander here. Ball just missed. Count now goes to 1-2. That ball hit. Base hit for Badoon. Hit well for Badoon. Badoon continues to swing a hot bat here in the leadoff spot.
Badoon brings up the center fielder, number 3, Peyton Fleece.
Peyton Fleece here, the senior center fielder here. We've seen him in on relief on a number of occasions. We've also seen some of the good defensive plays and some defensive throwing gems out from center field. So Zacharias throw back over to 1. Badoon back in there safely here. Want to give thanks here to our game day sponsors with Lee Ayers Jewelers, Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Point Insurance, and Premier Auto. Off speed caught the corner and a called strike here to Fleece. We saw Jackson the last time these two teams squared off. So a base hit for Fleece out into right field. That will advance the speedy Melise Badoon over to third. Couple hits here to start things off here for Pacelli. And senior Asher Jordan here in the number 3 spot. Might be some new walk-up music for Asher too. I'm not even sure. He'd be about the only one that might know that. So Badoon, the runner, over in scoring position here for Pacelli. Fleece going, a called strike. No throw down, so Fleece will be in with a stolen base. Couple runners now in scoring position here. Again, out here at Memorial Park here in Plover. We were here last Thursday as well with Tri-County and Pacelli. Off speed misses low, so count now goes 1-1 here to Jordan. And as we mentioned back then, this is just a nice facility to play baseball at, and a third consecutive base hit. That will be an RBI. Looks like 2 RBIs with Fleece coming in here to score, and Jordan with a 2 RBI single.
2 RBI single for Jordan brings up the second baseman, number 10.
And 3 consecutive base hits here now for Pacelli. And Lucas Hammerly here, the junior, playing second base here today. That's typically where you'll see Lucas at, unless you see him out on the hill, and he's pitched pretty well here for, actually very well, I'll say, for Pacelli. Jackson's throwback over to 1. That's Jaden King over at first base, so Jackson to Jaden. Connection over there. And a called strike here to Lucas. Senior designated hitter Andrew Van Order here in the on-deck circle. Mutual of Wausau Insurance is protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. So Hammerly fouls that one back here. Count now goes 0-2. Nobody out here still in top half of inning number 1. Again, Pacelli, the visitors today, even though they are just probably 10 miles down the road here from Pacelli here at Memorial Park. Jordan will steal second base here, and 1-2 count now to Lucas. A few more fans here starting to enter Memorial Park here, and that ball lifted in the air. That's going to be a tough play and a base hit for Hammerly.
Base hit for Hammerly brings up the designated hitter, number 5.
Kind of getting that sort of
Van Order.
That spot right just out past short and really shallow in. It's a tough play typically for the shortstop, no matter how you look at that one. Placed well. So Andrew Van Order now here, hitting in the 5 spot today. And he's out in front of an off-speed pitch here from Jackson Zacharias. Jackson, another off-speed pitch to get Van Order out front. So count now 0-2 here to Andrew. Couple of base runners on with Jordan and Hammerly. And Jackson misses up now, so count will go to 2-2 here. And a called third strike for out number 1. So Hammerly retired.
The third baseman, number 12.
Jackson with
Sully
his first
Schober.
strikeout here. This is Sully Schober. Beg your pardon, that was Andrew Van Order with the strikeout. I apologize there. Hammerly had the base hit before that. These old eyes of mine, I tell you. So 1 out here now for Sully Schober. 1-0 count here to Sully. Count now goes 2-0. Jordan and Hammerly on, so Hammerly out at first. He had that base hit. 4 base hits here from the top 4 hitters here in Badun, Flees, Jordan, and Hammerly. One out here now for Sully. 2-1 count here. 3-1 now is the count. And both base runners will advance with Hammerly going to second and Jordan to third. 3-1 hitters count now to Sullivan Schober, who was our Zaleski Sports in the house highlight house player on Tuesday night against Rosholt. He had that what I'll call kind of turning point base hit back in inning
Loads him for the catcher, number 9, Nate.
later in the game on Tuesday, with that game tied at 1-1, getting late into that game, and Schober had the 2 RBI double. So Schober now aboard, bases loaded for Nate Hammerly, the sophomore catcher here, batting in the 7 slot here. Jackson misses high to Nate Hammerly. We've seen him a number of times, Nate, here behind the plate. Ball misses down. Count now goes 2-2. I beg your pardon, 2-0. Thank you, Randy. Randy will keep me honest if I'm not. That is for sure. So a base on ball that will score a run, and it will advance Hammerly down to third. Schober goes to second. Hammerly reaches on the base on ball. And Jaden Garski here, the freshman left fielder here today, hitting in the number 8 spot. Phelps' Dairy. The culture of Wisconsin is forever tied to life on the farm. Bring the family for a visit to Phelps' Dairy Store in Stevens Point. Cheeses, dairy products, local meat, seasonal decor, and so much more. That's Phelps' Dairy Store. Food, family, and fun. So Garski here with 1 out. Bases full of Cardinals here. Hammerly the lead runner over at third. Schober out at second, and Nate Hammerly over at first. And a first pitch called strike to Jaden Garski. Jelly up 3-0 thus far. And a off-speed pitch in there for strike 2 called here to Garski. Freshman Bryce Flaker over in the on-deck circle for Pacelli. Ball misses just upstairs, so turned out to be a real nice day here. Was not sure, based upon how things started this morning. Way into the office, it was umbrella weather, in fact. Garski down to short.
Gosh, hit him. He's out. Andrew, hit Andrew.
And
Or no, Sully.
looks like Sully Schober may have been out number 2 here.
Right fielder, number 18. Bryce Flaker.
So Garski will reach on the E6. And I believe what happened there is the ball we'll have a pinch base runner is what that is. So Lucas Hammerly will be
I'm confused.
Oh, wait, no. I think Lucas just won in Pacelli. I don't know. Is it not?
I have no idea.
and a called strike here to Flaker. So Garski will be aboard on the E6. And a swing and a foul tip, so Flaker now goes 1-2 here to Bryce. The thought here was there interference on the on that? That was Randy's thought here, anyways. Ball hit over to third, and that will be an E5 here. A couple runs will come across.
Back to the top for the shortstop, number 15, Mullis Badoon.
So the E5 here puts Flaker over at first. Garski at second. Two outs here.
But how come he got to go to third? I'll ask him. Yeah.
So 5-0 our score. 2 outs here. Couple of runners on here. There was a bit of, I'll say maybe confusion there. I think there was interference on the base pass, which resulted in the second out. We'll get an official word on that when we have a moment, but irregardless, Pacelli with 2 runners on right now. There are 2 outs. And Garski over to third and Flaker out to second. Badoon here with a 3-0 count. He's 1 for 1 here today, and he walks. Base is now loaded, so Badoon 1 for 1 with a walk thus far.
Him up for the center fielder, number 3.
Center fielder Peyton Flees here. He is 1 for 1 with a run scored, stolen base here in the afternoon. We are still in inning number 1 here. Flees swing and a miss. So 0-1 now to Flees. Asher Jordan in the on-deck circle here. Zacharias here pitching out of the stretch here for Wild Rose. And a called strike 2. So the count now goes 0-2 here. Pacelli with 4 hits thus far here today, 5 runs, 2 outs, ball hit to third, and that will be a forced play for out number 3, and that will be the end of top half of inning number 1 here. We move to the bottom half of inning 1. Pacelli up 5-0, Wild Rose coming up. You're listening to and watching high school baseball, Pacelli baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
In the top half.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
All right, we are back here to Memorial Park here in Plover, site of today's CWC South Conference game here between the two teams here, Wild Rose, technically the home or host team here today. Pacelli visitors. Turned out to be a really good game here. We were just talking during the last half inning just in terms of that second out. I think there was just some general discussion on that, but we got it all sorted out now. Visit Marshfield Dairy Fest, which is May 31st through June 2nd. Check out marshfieldchamber.com for all the details. See you in Marshfield for a fun-filled weekend. Also brought to you in part here today from Express Employment Professionals. Express Employment Professionals has relationships with all the local businesses and job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment to find the right career path for you. So Wild Rose coming up here in their half of inning number 1. Pacelli stakes themselves to a 5-0 advantage here through the first inning, their first inning anyways. Come away with 4 base hits and the 5 runs.
Leading it off, number 11, Jackson Zacharias.
So Jackson Zacharias, who we saw out on the hill for Wild Rose here to lead things off here for the Wild Rose squad here. Michael Hacker is in the on-deck circle. Kelton Opper out on the hill. He comes with a fastball, misses just down. So 1-0 now here from Opper, the left-hander, to Zacharias, the left-hander. So lefty versus lefty matchup here. Opper with a swing or pitch here to get Zacharias on the swing and miss here. 1-1 now to Jackson. Ball hit very well into right. That'll be a base hit for Zacharias to lead things off. That was a nice piece of hitting by
The shortstop,
Jackson.
number 7, Michael Hacker.
And Michael Hacker now here. So the Wildcats here of Wild Rose have their first base runner here in Jackson Zacharias. Michael Hacker here, the shortstop today. Batting in the number 2 hole here. Opper, the left-hander, comes set, and ball hit extremely hard into that
Right above EO's head.
Pacelli dugout area. Looks like it was a screamer over there, in fact. Everybody looks to be okay, though. Always good to be alert during games because you never know where those foul balls will end up. So called strike 2 here. So quickly 0-2 to Mike Hacker with Evan Tratz over in the on-deck circle here for Wild Rose. And a swing and a miss, drop third strike. And he will concede that. So that will be the first strikeout here, which is a Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. So out number 1. Mike Hacker, and that's Kel Knopper's first strikeout here. This is Evan Tratz, the catcher here, number 10, hitting in the 3 spot. He swings and misses at strike 1 here. Opper may have taken something off that one. I think as we've mentioned in prior broadcasts, Kelton, a very crafty left-hander, the junior. Has a pretty strong arsenal of different pitches and different situations. And I think we've seen his velocity certainly has increased, most definitely even since beginning of the season, at least in my humble opinion here. Certainly since last year. Opper misses down and out here. So 1-2 to Tratz, with Jackson Zacharias, the base runner, over at first now. And Opper with a called strike. So that is the second Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout. You can call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. So Jaden King here, hitting in the cleanup spot, the first baseman Jaden King, number 23, the right-hander here. Off-speed pitch, called strike here to Jaden. Zacharias remains out at first. Opper has a pretty nice move to first as well. Certainly as a left-hander, that can be an advantage, I would say. But on top of that, he has a good move over to first. Nate Hammerly doing the catching here today, the sophomore for Pacelli. Calling the strikes, or calling the pitches for Kelton, are certainly contributing to that, calling the game, as they say. A 1-2 now here to King. Opper's pitch just missed here. Count goes even to 2-2. And Zacharias going a called third strike. And that will be the third strikeout here for Opper, which is a Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout, where you can call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Wild Rose gets the 1 hit. No runs, no errors.
1 hit, 1 complete.
And we are through 1 complete. We will move to inning number 2. Pacelli 5-0 here. Been listening to and watching high school baseball, Pacelli baseball here on Zaleski Sports. We'll be back here momentarily.
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun, Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Feltz Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Feltz Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
All right, we are back here out on Zaleski Sports here at Memorial Park. Trevor Zaleski here on the production crew. Brandon Bierncott here on the call today. Here, beautiful, ended up being a really nice day. Field looks good. Good to have later season baseball going here on the 16th day here in May. Jackson Zacharias out on the hill for his second inning of work here today. He gave up the 4 hits. 5 runs here thus far. The left-hander, and Asher Jordan here to lead things off here in the top half of inning 2. Asher is 1 for 1 today at a base hit. Runs scored and a stolen base back over in inning 1. Now Jordan here looking to start things off here for Pacelli in inning number 2. Zacharias set, and a called strike here to Jordan. Asher, one of the seniors here on this Pacelli Cardinal team. Ball just missed, so 1-1 now the count. And Zacharias offering is fouled away from Jordan here. And Pacelli 11-9 here on this conference. This is their 3rd game this week. They hosted Almond on Monday. Won that ball game. Ball hit over to short. Coming in, and they're not going to get Jordan. We'll see if they, I think they're going to probably score that an error here. E6. So Jordan will reach
baseman, number 10, Lucas Hammerly.
On the E6. Lucas Hammerly now here. He scored a run. Had a base hit here, so he is 1 for 1 here today as Lucas. Junior second baseman here for Pacelli. Zacharias comes set, and his pitch, a called strike, gets away from Evan Tratz. Meanwhile, Jordan will advance on the pass ball. So Hammerly 1 for 1 here. He's got an 0-1 count here. Throw back down to second. Jordan is in there in time. We're in the top half here of inning number 2. And a called strike here to Hammerly from Zacharias. And a called third strike, so Hammerly retired.
Designated hitter number 5, Andrew Van Order.
And that brings up number 5 hitter here today, and Andrew Van Order, the senior VO, doing the DHing today. He is 0 for 1 here today thus far. He has Asher Jordan over there in scoring position out at second. Zacharias misses. Count now goes 1-0. 5-0 our score here out at Memorial Park. This is where the post 543, the Plover Black Sox play. Certainly some, maybe a couple PWIA games here as well. possibly. But nevertheless, a good spot to play a baseball game, in my opinion. Called strike to Van Order. Count goes 1-2 now to Andrew. Got the Roosevelt School in the background here. Probably about 400 or so feet away. Ball hit very well down the line. That'll probably be extra bases for Van Order, and Van Order will get the double, belts that one for a double for Andrew Van Order, which scores Asher Jordan.
Brings up the third base.
That ball was absolutely hit on the screws down the third base line. So Van Order. And this brings up freshman Sully Schober here. He has walked his first at-bat back over in inning 1 here. VO out at second, 1 out. A called strike to Sully. Off-speed pitch misses high to Sully. So 1-1 now to Sully Schober, with Van Order out at second. All misses in now, so 2-1. Nate Hammerly over in the on-deck circle for Pacelli here. And that ball just missed here. So hitters count now here 3-1 to Sully. And that will be a walk here to Schober. So his second walk here today. Brings up Nate Hammerly. Shoot a Funeral Home. Shoot a Funeral Home is your local family-owned and operated funeral home committed to serving families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable funerals. Shoot a Funeral Home of Stevens Point and Plover. So a couple base runners on here for Nate Hammerly. Nate walked his last at-bat, and he takes ball 1 here. Freshman Jaden Garski in the on-deck circle for Pacelli. Jackson directing some traffic to his Wildcat teammates here. So Hammerly here, 1-0. Off-speed pitch, curveball in there for a strike. 1-1. That one had some nice movement to it. Zacharias comes set, ball hit very well for Nate Hammerly. That's going to be a base hit. So Nate Hammerly with his first hit here today. Good piece of hitting for Nate.
For Hammerly. Brings up the left fielder.
So Van Order will go to third. Sully Schober goes to second. And Nate Hammerly aboard with a base hit. Rock and Roll Cafe. Treat the whole family to breakfast or lunch at the Rock and Roll Cafe. Mexican and American dishes. Cooked to perfection daily on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. So Nick Grivach, the pinch runner here for catcher Nate Hammerly over at first. Senior Nick Grivach. So Jaden Garski fouls off the Zacharias pitch here. Count goes 0-1. Bases loaded now with Van Order out at third, Schober out at second, and Nick Grivach out at first. 1 out here in the top half of inning number 2. Zacharias pitch just missed. So 1-1 now here to Jaden Garski. He reached on an error last inning, the E6. Bryce Flaker standing in the on-deck circle for Pacelli. Nowhere to put the base runners at this point for the Wildcats. Called strike from Zacharias to Garski. Count now goes 2-2. Ball misses just high, so count goes full now to Jaden. That ball hit down the third base line. That's going to be out of play, just out of the park. So count will remain full here to Garski. And the offering to Garski, swing and a miss for strike 3 and out number 2 here. Second out here, that is
Right fielder, number 18, Bryce Flaker.
third strikeout here for Jackson Zacharias thus far. And Bryce Flaker, who reached on an error back in inning 1 here with 2 outs. Bases loaded here for Bryce. And a called strike here. Count goes to 0-1. Zacharias offering swing and a miss from Flaker. The off-speed pitch there from Zacharias. So an 0-2 count now to Flaker. And a called third strike, so that will be out number 3 here. Pacelli does get a couple of runs, or couple of hits, I should say. 1 run.
1 run on 2 hits.
We will move to the bottom half of inning number 2. You're listening to and watching high school baseball. Pacelli baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Or is it just me? My nose is kind of, pollen's kind of hitting me a little bit.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
All right, we are back out here live here at Memorial Park here on Zaleski Sports. We're moving to the bottom half of inning number 2. Julian Martinez to lead things off in the 5 spot, the third baseman. Rocky Rococo's Pan Style Pizza and Pasta is a Stevens Point favorite for dine-in, takeout, or delivery. Always supporting local and always an easy and affordable choice for your next family night out, fast food on the go, or even your next catering for a party or work function. Enjoy Rocky Rococo's in Stevens Point. So Julian Martinez here, his first at-bat this afternoon for Wild Rose. Fastball humming in there for swing and a miss. Strike 1 here to Julian. Braxton Landwehr on deck for Wild Rose and Ryan Beater in the hole. Kel Knopper out for his second inning of work here. That ball lifted high down the first base line. And that will be gloved and fielded for out number 1 by Asher Jordan.
Center fielder number 5, Braxton.
As he retires Julian Martinez on the F3. Brings up center fielder Braxton Landwer. So Opper with 3 strikeouts. On the other side of the coin, Zacharias has 4 strikeouts for Wild Rose through 2 innings of work. A swing and a miss. So 0-1 now to Landwer. And that ball batted foul here. Every time that happens, even though I know there's a fence there, I always kind of flinch. That never gets old, I guess. You'd think I would learn one day that that fence is always going to stop you. Stop the ball, and it does. 0-2 now here to Landwer. And a called third strike for the second out here. And that is another one of the Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeouts, where you can call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. That's number 4 here today for Opper. And Ryan Beater here, the left fielder here, hitting in the number 7 spot. And a called strike here to Ryan. Casey Klatt. The on-deck circle should Ryan reach here. Nobody on base, couple outs here in bottom half of inning 2. Ball misses inside here, 1-1. Junior Kelton Opper here for the Cardinals. With those 4 Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeouts here for Pacelli. Called strike. 1-2 here now to Ryan Beater. Wild Rose with 1 hit thus far, no runs. Pacelli with and a strike 3 swinging for the out. Third out. A 1-2-3 inning, no runs, no hits, no errors.
No hits, no errors.
We move to the top half of inning number 3. Pacelli up 6-0. You're listening to and watching high school baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Pacelli Baseball. Back here in a moment.
Buy 3 Goodyear tires and 1 is free has been extended at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Plus, get up to $200 back on 4 installed Goodyear tires when you use the Goodyear credit card. Buy 3 and 1 is free in March at Sherrill Tire and Auto. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Shuda Funeral Home in Stevens Point and Plover is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home, providing families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable services when you need it most. The loss of a loved one is a difficult fact of life that Shuda Funeral Home will ensure you won't have to face alone. Shuda Funeral Home will guide you through the process from in-person visitations to creating obituaries and tributes. Pre-planning can also be a great way to ease these topics for your family. Learn more at shudafuneral.com or bring your questions and stop in.
All right, back out here on Zaleski Sports. Kelton Opper had that 5th Jamie Wenzel Serve Pro strikeout to end the last frame, where you can call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. So Opper now with 5 of the Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeouts here today. New pitcher for Wild Rose, that is Evan Tratz here, number 10, the right-hander for Wild Rose. And leading things off here for Pacelli will be Melise Badoon, Peyton Flees, and Asher Jordan, the top of the order here today. Top half of inning 3. Staub Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Staub Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. Also brought to you today by Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step. Contact them today.
Leading it off for Pacelli Catholic will be
Melise,
number 15, Melise Badoon.
Badoon here to lead things off in top half, inning number 3 here. He is 1 for 1 today at a base hit and a run scored, walked back over in inning 2. And Evan Tratz here, the right-hander, comes in on relief here and working here in the third. And a called strike here from Tratz to Badoon. Pacelli with the 6 hits thus far, 6 runs. Off-speed pitch. Badoon fouls that one away. And Tratz here, the right-hander. Ball hit over to third, gloved at third, the throw over, and a good play here to retire Badoon, the 5-3 putout for out number 1 here. Farner Asphalt want to make excellent seasonal money in a short window of time this spring, summer, and fall. Joining Farner Asphalt, your locally owned leader in pavement contracting. Farner is the industry leader in quality, service, and most importantly, safety. Take advantage of these excellent seasonal wages and apply today at farnerasphalt.com. So Peyton Fleas will be walked on the hit by pitch. Guess I've not seen that in a while.
Number 7, Asher Jordan.
That sequence anyway. So Fleas will be on board here for Pacelli. 1 out here. Peyton 1 for 2 here today. And Asher Jordan up now. He reached on an error. His last at-bat had a base hit back in inning 1. So he has 1 for 2 here today. A couple of runs scored. 1-0 now here to Asher. And that ball lifted into the air, and that's going to be out to center, and Jordan will be retired on the F8 for out number 2. And that brings up Lucas Hammerly here, 1 for 2 this afternoon. Had a base hit and a run scored back over in inning 1. Did Lucas. 1 for 2 here for the junior Lucas Hammerly. Evan Tratz works out of the stretch here with a couple of outs. His throw back over to first. And Fleas is in there. So Lucas, again, 1 for 2 here. Base runner goes. That's Fleas. He'll be in with a stolen base. Down to second.
Stolen base for Fleece.
Second stolen base here for Peyton, I should say. Off-speed pitch missed up here, so count now goes 2-0. Tratz offering a called strike, fastball in there right down Wisconsin Avenue. 2-1 now to Hammerly. Ball misses down low now, so hitter's count goes 3-1 to Lucas here. Andrew Van Order, the on-deck hitter here for Pacelli with 2 outs should Hammerly reach here. And that will be a base on ball for Hammerly, so he will be aboard here. A couple of runners on. SC Swiderski, an SCS apartment or home is where you want to live, work, and play all throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Visit scswiderski.com for more. So a couple base runners, couple outs here. Van Order here doubled his last at-bat over in inning number 2. 1 for 2 here today is Andrew. He looks at a called strike here, so 0-1 now to Vio. Sullivan, or Sully Schober, as most of us know him as, in the on-deck circle for the Cardinals. Should Vio reach here. Count goes 0-2 here to Andrew. Tratz working out of the stretch here. And that ball lifted into left field. And that will retire Van Order here on the F7. That will be 3 outs here. So Jelly with no runs, no hits, and no errors here. We move to the bottom half of inning number 3. Our score still 6-0 Pacelli. You're listening to and watching high school baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
Zacharias. Due up for the Wildcats.
After a couple years of a job that doesn't fit, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That is where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Would cooking be a good fit? Try on a career in welding. Perhaps the outdoors suits you better. Or maybe helping people is a better fit. No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options, making Mid-State the perfect fit.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
All right, we are back out here to Memorial Park here in Plover. Chelly with the 6-0 lead here. We are in the bottom half of inning number 3. Casey Klatt here to lead things off here today. His first plate appearance here. Opper will get another warm-up pitch and the throw down here today. Point Brewing, the Stevens Point Brewer, is a proud sponsor of local high school athletics. Experience the many refreshing flavors of Point Gourmet sodas, handcrafted in small batches. Each flavor is perfected for your enjoyment, from tasty black cherry cream to the world-famous Point root beer. Every bottle is in the house. So Opper back out here for his 3rd inning of work here. Has given up just the 1 hit. No runs thus far here through 2 strong. And a 1-0 count now here to Casey Klatt. Fastball down low here. 2-0 now to Klatt. Charlie Keppel in the on-deck area for Wild Rose. As we mentioned earlier in between break here, it was really a nice day here. It turned out to be here. Just a gorgeous day ultimately. Rain cleared up and moved out, and Klatt swings and misses now, so 2-2 here. Nobody on, nobody out here. Bottom half of inning 3. Opper set, and the pitch here is a called 3rd strike. And that is the 6th Jamie Wenzel Serve Pro strikeout here today for Kelton Opper. Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout, where you can call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. So Charlie Keppel here, his first at-bat here, the second baseman for Wild Rose, looks at a called strike 1. Jackson Zacharias in the on-deck area here for Wild Rose. And a swing and a miss. So Keppel quickly 0-2 now here on Opper. Ball just missed here, so count now goes to 1-2 here to Charlie. Hopper comes set and the pitch. A swing and a miss, so 2nd out here. And another Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout here for Kelton Hopper. ServPro Jamie Wenzel, where you can call Jamie Wenzel at ServPro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. So Jackson Zacharias here, 1 for 1 here today. His second at bat here today at a base hit to start things off back in inning 1 for Wild Rose. Hopper works with 2 outs here. Zacharias hits it on the ground down to second. Going to be a tough play. They're not going to get the speedy Zacharias. He will have his second base hit here today. Here's Jackson. So Michael
Catcher number 7, Michael
Hacker here. Michael is 0 for 1 here this afternoon. Zacharias, 2 base hits here for Wild Rose. Hopper works out of the stretch here for Pacelli. And that ball hit foul. Laser beam goes foul here, so 0-1 to Hacker, who is 0 for 1 here today. And that pitch, I believe that was a called strike. It was, so 0-2 now here to Hacker. Hopper from the stretch here, and his pitch here. A swing and a miss for out number 3. And that is another ServPro Jamie Wenzel strikeout. You can call Jamie Wenzel at ServPro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Wild Rose gets the 1 hit. No runs, no errors. We move through 3 complete. We move to the 4th. You are listening to and watching high school baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Pacelli Baseball back here in a moment.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
it's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
You want a job? You want a career? Farner Asphalt of Stevens Point is hiring. Farner Asphalt of Stevens Point needs laborers, truck drivers, and equipment operators now. Enjoy year-round benefits by calling Farner Asphalt 800-332-3360 to apply, or go to Farner Asphalt. Farner Asphalt is an equal opportunity employer including disability and veterans.
All right, back here for inning number 4 here out on Zaleski Sports here. On the call here today on this turned out to be gorgeous Thursday afternoon here at Memorial Park here in Plover. Pacelli with a 6-0 advantage here. They have 6 base hits here today. Wild Rose 0 with the 2 base hits, both of those from Zacharias here for Wild Rose. Evan Tratz will be back out for his second inning of work here today for Wild Rose.
Baseman, number 12,
Sully Schober will lead things off. Point Heating and Cooling in Stevens Point and Plover with more than 100 years of making your home and business comfortable. Call Point Heating and Cooling or visit pointheating.com. So Schober here today had a walk. So he is what we'll say 0 for 0 here in the stat book. And he looks at ball 1 here now from Tratz, who works out of the stretch here for Wild Rose. And a called strike here to Schober. Top half inning number 4 here. Those of you that Keep track of time. We had a little earlier start today, and that ball hit over to third for the 5-3 putout. So the third to first for out number one. Schober retired on the 5-3 ground out here, and that brings up sophomore catcher number 9, Nate Hammerly, here hitting in the 7th spot today. He walked and scored a run back in inning 1. Left-hander Nate Hammerly. Trats, a called strike here to Hammer. Jaden Garski over in the on-deck circle here for Pacelli. And a called strike 2 here. So Hammerly down 0-2 here quickly to Evan Trats. Right-hander here working from the stretch for Wild Rose. Off-speed pitch. Hit out of play, foul, so count will remain 0-2 here to Nate. Home Furniture, turn your house into a home and shop Home Furniture. Home Furniture on Grand Avenue in Wisconsin Rapids and on Post Road in Plover. The fastball misses down low here to Nate, so 1-2 now to Nate. Nate had a base hit back over in inning number 2. So Nate 1 for 1 here today. 1 for 1 for Nate here with 2-2 count here from Evan Trats. Trats set and the pitch. Misses high and outside. Count now goes full. And Hammerly swings and misses for out number 2 here.
The left fielder, number 13, Jaden Garski.
Jaden Garski here, 0 for 2 here, the left fielder with his third at-bat here for Pacelli. Trats. Quickly 2 outs here. And Garski lifts that one into center. Pretty shallow, nobody going to get there, and that will be a base hit for Jaden Garski.
Base hit for Garski brings up the right fielder, Bryce Flaker.
Bryce Flaker here 0 for 2 here this afternoon. Ag Country Farm Credit Services is a farmer-owned co-op offering a wide array of custom financing and financial services. Contact Ag Country in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford. Trats throw back down to first. Garski in there safely, retreating. 2 outs now here. Trats has pitched pretty well, I would say. Working in his second inning of work here. Trats from the stretch, Garski down at first. Trats is offering, I believe that's going to hit Flaker here for the hit by pitch base on ball.
To the top with number 15, the shortstop, Melise
Badoon here is 1 for 2 here today. Had a walk in inning number 2. Grounded to third back in inning 3 and had the base hit to lead things off in inning number 1. So 1 for 2 here for junior Melise Badoon. Garski, the runner in scoring position now for Pacelli. And Trats misses here, 1-0. And 2-0 now here to Badoon. So 3-0 now here to Badoon, the in all likelihood take position here. With Tratz working out of the stretch, 2 outs here to Badoon. And he does take, so 3-1 now becomes hitter's count. Garski out at second. And Badoon will be aboard with a base on ball here to load things up now for...
Loads him up for the center fielder, number 3, Peyton Fleece.
Peyton Fleece now is 1 for 2 here today. Was hit by a pitch his last at bat. 2 outs here now for Fleece. Asher Jordan over in the on-deck area or circle here for Pacelli. Should Fleece reach, he swings and misses. The off-speed pitch to Fleece, quickly 0-1. So Garski, the lead runner, out at third for Pacelli. Flaker down at second. And Badoon out at first. All spiked in the dirt here to Fleece. Now 1-1 the count. Maida, when it comes to customized apparel or your local sports team apparel, turn to Maida and Stevens Point. From corporate outings to outfit your club or sports team, Maida has all you could need. So 2-1 here to Fleece. Ball lifted high in the air. That's will be the 4-3 to end Pacelli's half of inning number 4 here. 1 hit, no runs, no errors. We move to the bottom half of inning number 4 here. Pacelli still up 6-0. You've been listening to and watching high school baseball, Pacelli baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
The work that you put in is the work you're going to get out. It starts in the weight room, focusing on those fundamentals, whether it's throwing form, hitting form, running form. So that way when you come to the game, you're not really thinking about them. In my sessions with Carter at WPI, I kind of learned how to be very strong and very flexible at the same time. High pressure situations, the world's pushing down on you, and you're trying to push back. Don't let the moment get too big.
Hi, I'm Shai from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
All right, back out here on Zaleski Sports here. Hoff Favor Real Estate, Andy Hoff and Cindy LaChapelle of Hoff Favor Real Estate Group are your local Stevens Point Realtors. That's Andy Hoff and Cindy LaChapelle of Hoff Favor Real Estate. So Evan Tratz here, who is 0 for 1 here to lead things off here in the bottom half of inning number 4. Kelt Knopper back out on the hill for Pacelli. He's pitched very well, giving up the 2 runs, no hits thus far. I beg your pardon, no runs, 2 hits. With the 8 strikeouts here for Opper today. Count goes 0-1 to Tratz, who fouls that one on a play. Jaden King over in the on-deck area for Wild Rose. And a swing and a miss here to Tratz. 0-2 here now. Hopper comes set here and the pitch. Belted foul sharply. That will find its way out onto the nearby yard here. Fairly close proximity to Memorial here. 0-2 now here to Tratz. And a swing and a miss for out number 1, and that is the 9th Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout here today for Kel Nopper. Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel, where you can call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Jaden King here 0 for 1 today. 1 out here from Opper. Off-speed pitch misses a bit high, I believe, so count goes 1-0 here to King. Fastball in there, swing and a miss here. King now 1-1. Fastball, swing and a miss here. So Opper going with the heat. And 1-2 here now to Jaden King. And humming that by for strike 3, swinging.
12, Julian Martinez.
And that's another one of the Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeouts, where you can call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. That's 10 now for Opper, 10 Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeouts. And Opper's been healthy dosage of fastballs here, and quickly up 0-1. Julian Martinez here 0 for 1 here today. He flew out to first back in inning 2. Opper working here with 2 outs. Off-speed pitch here, 0-2 now here to Julian. Broxton Landwer in the on-deck circle here for Wild Rose. And the foul tip. And that will be a strikeout swinging. That's kind of what I thought, but I wanted to get it official here, and that will be a number 11. That's a Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout, another one for Kelton. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. No runs, no hits, no errors. We move to inning 5 here. Pacelli still up 6-0. You're listening to and watching high school baseball. Pacelli baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance and repairs, Stevens Point knows you can always put your trust in AutoSelect. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Plover, AutoSelect will have you back on the road in no time. Enjoy their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. Quality, dependable, automotive care experts you can trust in Stevens Point and Plover. At AutoSelect, you're good to go.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
All right, we are back out here on Zaleski Sports here today. One of our many sponsors here today, Nicolay Bank, which offers personal banking at its best. They have locations over in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill. Or learn more at nicolaybank.com. Also brought to you today by Little Scholars Childcare. Little Scholars and Little Scholars Beginnings are 2 beautiful childcare and preschools in Stevens Point offering childhood learning For infants through 4K, you'll find great facilities and a comfortable environment to help your child grow. Visit littlescholars.com. So Asher Jordan here to lead things off. Evan Tratz out on the hill here for his third inning of work here today. And like we said earlier, he's pitched pretty well, has Evan. Truth be told, Jackson Zacharias pitched pretty well too in his couple innings of work today. Score doesn't necessarily reflect that, but certainly some errors and different things like that can certainly have an impact on things. Count now is 2-1 here to Jordan. Asher is 1 for 3 today, and he is hit by pitch. So Jordan aboard with a hit by pitch. As we mentioned, he is 1 for 3. Had a couple runs scored. Coach Clapper out here, I believe, to say a few words. We'll stay right here. Cheese Pleasers in Bancroft is a local hidden gem filled with all the finest cheeses, snack sticks, cheese curds, and cheese trays. For Wisconsin's finest cheese, stop at Cheese Pleasers right off I-39 in Bancroft. Fleet Farm as well here. Pick up all your pets' favorites from Fleet Farm. Find everything from food and treats to toys and health products under one roof from all the brands you trust. Dogs or cats, they've got you covered. Shop your pet's everyday essentials here at Fleet Farm. So Tratz from the stretch here. Lucas Hammerly, he is 1 for 2 here this afternoon. Walked back in inning 3, and he looks at a first pitch strike here. Tratz throws back over to first to check on Jordan. Slides back in safely. Jordan, like we said earlier, hit by the pitch aboard here. Ball misses low here, so 1-1 here to Lucas. Senior Andrew Van Order over in the on-deck area here for Pacelli. Count goes 2-1 now here. Ball hit very well down to first. That will be gloved at first. Hammerly will ground out to third for the first out. Meanwhile, Asher Jordan heads up base running there. Will get down to third. First baseman, of course, gloved it, made the play, made the throw down to second. So Andrew Van Order here now is 1 for 3, had a double. Senior Andrew Van Order here. So 1 for 3 here this afternoon. The lead runner there in Asher Jordan over at third. 6-0 our score here. Pacelli with the 7 hits here thus far today. Ball misses down low. Sully Schober waits in the on-deck circle here for Pacelli. And Van Order out in front of that one here now. 1-1. Andrew, like we said, had that double in inning number 2. Belted that down the third base line. That ball misses. So 2-1 is our count here now to VO. Called strike to Andrew. And off-speed offering misses high, so count now goes full. And our score here, 6-0 out at Memorial Park, and Van Order will reach on the base on ball here. Sends up Sully Schober. He is 0 for 1 here today, grounded to third. His last at-bat, a couple of walks today for Sully. So 1 out here for Sully Schober. Trats out on the hill here, working out of the stretch, bases. Couple base runners on first and third here. So that pitch skied into the air. That'll be out to center field. Throw coming home. And it's going to be a close play. A pretty darn good throw from the center fielder, just not in time for Asher Jordan. So Jordan will score the sac fly for Schober.
Number 9, Nate Hammerly.
But I'll tell you what, that was a good throw. Just a hair less air on it. You might have had a shot at Jordan. So kudos out there in center field. I think that's Zacharias out there, if I'm not mistaken. He's got the 2 hits here for Wild Rose today, and Nate Hammerly here. 1-4-2 with a walk. Throw down to second, and he will be in there. Van Order with the stolen base.
Stolen base for VO.
A 0-1 count here now to Nate, who is 1 for 2 here with a walk today. Hitting here with 2 outs. Lead runner out at second. Hammerly swings through and misses here. May have gotten a small piece of that baseball, but irregardless, it will be an 0-2 count here to Nate Hammerly. With VO out at second. Ball misses outside, so 1-2 now to Nate. Pacelli again with the 7 hits, 7 runs here today. Hit really well. And that ball is gloved to retire Hammerly. What a great play over there at first.
Nice play by
I think that was Jaden King over there, so that is the 3rd out. That will be the end of Pacelli's half of inning number 5. We'll move to the bottom half of inning 5. Score 7-0 Pacelli. You're listening to and watching high school baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
For Wild Rose.
At Nicolet Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolet Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolet Bank. Real people, real conversations.
All right, we are back out here on Zaleski Sports here. Pacelli up 7-0 here, bottom half of inning 5 coming up here. Kel Knopper out here for his 5th inning of work. Wood Street Rentals, no matter the job big or small, look to Wood Street Rentals to get the equipment you need to get the job done. Offering a wide range of equipment needs and delivery to any job site, look to Wood Street Rentals in Stevens Point. So again, Kelton Hopper here today, 11 strikeouts, 11 Serpro Jamie Wenzel strikeouts here today for the junior left-hander. He has pitched very well, giving up just the 2 hits here today, both of them to Jackson Zacharias. And Owen Deschler here. Hitting here for Braxton Landwehr. Opper sat and the pitch. That's going to be grounded foul. Opper will go retrieve that ball just past the foul ball line here at first. Count now goes 0-1 here to Owen. Ryan Beater over in the on-deck circle for Wild Rose. Opper coming in with a fastball just low here, so 1-1. So the junior left-hander Opper is set here, and his pitch. A swing and a miss here from Owen Deschler. So 1-2 now here to Owen. That ball hit down to short to Badoon. It's going to be a fairly tough play, and he will make the out. Melise Badoon showing that range over at third, or beg your pardon, at short. For the 6-3 out here to
left fielder number 3.
Brings up Ryan Beater here. He is 0 for 1 this afternoon. Swing and a miss here to Beater. Opper quickly up 0-1 here on Ryan Beater. So ball misses for 1-1 count now here to Ryan. And a called strike 2 here to Ryan. Casey Klatt over in the on-deck circle for Wild Rose. And a swing and a miss for out number 2, and that is the 12th Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeouts here today for Kelton Opper. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. So Casey Klatt here now 0 for 1 here today. Opper working with 2 outs here in the bottom half of inning number 5. Ball batted foul over to Jordan. So 0-1 here now to Klatt. Opper's pitch misses high, so 1-1 now to Casey. Charlie Keppel over in the on-deck area should Casey reach here with 2 outs. And that ball, fastball misses now here, so 2-1 to Klatt. And that ball misses as well. So 3-1 now goes to Casey Klatt. Opper working out of the stretch here. And that ball misses low, so Klatt will be aboard for the base on ball. And that brings up Charlie Keppel here, is 0 for 1 here this afternoon. Kelton Opper throwing, again, very well today. He's been in general command pretty much the entire afternoon here. Has 12 strikeouts.
Courtesy runner, number 14, Ricky Button.
Ricky Button here, the courtesy pinch runner here, or just pinch runner, I suppose, would do. Over at first, 2 outs here now for Keppel. A called strike one here to Keppel. So 0-1 now here to Keppel. Ball misses in now, so 1-1. So that ball misses now here, so Ricky Button, the pinch runner, will get second there on the pass ball. So 2-1 now here to Keppel. And a swing and a miss. Count goes even here, 2-2. And a strikeout. That's number 13. That's the 13th Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout here. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. We are through 5 innings complete here. We will move to inning number 6. Our score 7-0 Pacelli. No runs, no hits, no errors. You've been listening to and watching high school baseball here in Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
All right, back out here for inning number 6 here. Pacelli with a 7-0 advantage here. Looks like we might have a few pinch hitters here coming up for Pacelli in the 6th frame here. Culligan Water, get Culligan Water for only $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at culliganh2o.com. So Evan Tratz is back out here for, if my math is correct, his 4th inning of work here. The right-hander, he's pitched pretty well. The most part has kept Pacelli at bay here.
Now batting number 20, Nolan
Wojciech here will lead things off. Pinch hitting here in inning number 6. The left-hander here, the senior left-hander, Nolan Wojciech. Called strike here to Nolan. Ball hit, that's up. Going to be a base hit for Nolan. Oh, good piece of hitting there for Nolan Wojciech.
Base hit for Wojciech. Now batting number 14, Grant Hinker.
Junior Grant Hinker here to pinch hit in the 9 spot here. for Flaker. Grant is first at bat here, first plate appearance here. Evan Tratz still out on the hill here, the right-hander. Ball hit down to third, pretty sharp. Going to 2, they'll get the lead out at 2 for the fielder's choice.
The shortstop, number 15, Melise Badoon.
And Melise Badoon here. 1 for 2 here this afternoon. A couple of walks for Melise. That ball off speed misses here, so 1-0 now to Badoon. Hinker aboard with the fielder's choice. Tratz out of the stretch here to Badoon, and that ball misses just up here, so 2-0 now the count. Peyton Flees awaits in the on-deck circle here for Pacelli. And Badoon goes 3-0 now here. Again, couple of walks here today. 1 for 2 for Melise. Scored a run today. And Badoon with 4 straight pitches and a walk. That'll send up Peyton Flees here.
Center fielder number 3, Peyton Flees.
He's 1 for 3 here today. He did walk. Had a base hit back in inning 1. Scored a run as well. 1 out here now for Flees. Hinker down at second. Ball belted foul down the third base line. Count goes 1-1 here now to Flees. Pacelli now with 8 hits, 7 runs here today. No errors showing on our scoreboard out here at Memorial Park here in Plover. Tratz thinking about it for a moment. Hinker back in safely. No throw down. And a ball down low to Flees. So 2-1 now here to Peyton. Senior Asher Jordan in the on-deck circle here. And that ball misses out. So hitter's count now goes 3-1 to Peyton Flees. That ball hit in fair territory. They'll get Flees for the 1-3 put out here.
The first baseman, number 7, Asher Jordan.
But the base runners will advance. 2 outs now here for Asher Jordan. Asher here 1 for 3 today. Scored 3 runs today. Had a walk back in inning 5. And a called strike here to Jordan. Badoon out at second. Hinker out at third. And a 1-1 count to Asher Jordan. Or 1-1 our count here. Ball hit out of play, foul just behind the press box here. So count now 1-2 here to Jordan. Top of 6 here. Ball misses down low. Count goes even now, 2-2. Trats offering, misses downstairs. Now count goes full to Jordan. And Jordan will be aboard with the base on ball here to load things up. For Lucas Hammerly.
Number 10, Lucas Hammerly.
He is 1 for 3 here today. Had a walk. Had that base hit back over in inning 1, did Lucas.
Number 11, Nathan Reimer.
Nate Reimer to pinch run here for Jordan. Out at first, Nathan Reimer, the junior. Well, bases are loaded here for Lucas Hammerly. Again, 1 for 3 here today. Called strike to Lucas. Ball misses out here, so count goes 1-1. Trats trying to work his way out of this top half of inning 6. Two and one here to Hammer. And that ball goes out, so 3-1 hitters count to Lucas. VO over in the on-deck area here for Pacelli. That ball hit up the middle. We'll see if there'll be a play on it, and there will be. That will be the out. Third out here. So 1 hit, no runs, no errors. We move to the bottom half of inning number 6 here. You're listening to and watching high school baseball, Pacelli baseball here on Zaleski Sports. We'll be back in a moment.
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun, Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
All right, back here out on Zaleski Sports, back here at Memorial Park here in Plover. Pacelli with a 7-0 lead here. We are moving into the bottom half of inning number 6 here. Mild Rose will lead with Jackson Zacharias to start things off here today. Stevens Orthopedics is proud to provide athletic training services to Pacelli athletes. Stevens Point Orthopedics, world-class treatment, hometown care. So Jackson Zacharias to lead things off. He is 2 for 2 here today. And looking to add to that. Lefty versus lefty, Opper and Zacharias here. Zacharias hits that over to second. Hammerly that will be, they're going to score that an E4. So this looks to be Michael Hacker here. Michael is 0 for 2 here today. So Zacharias out at first. Opper out on the hill for his 6th inning of work here. With Michael Hacker with a ball hit back to, that's going to be a tough play. Opper going to field it, and he'll get the 1-2-3, the 1-3 put out for out number 1. So the 1-3 ground out here. But that puts Zacharias over to second. And that brings up Evan Tratz here, 0 for 2 this afternoon. Zacharias with a pretty sizable lead out at second. That ball hit. That's going to spin, and that'll stay fair. Hammerly will glove it to retire Tratz.
Number 23, Jaden King.
Jaden King now here with 2 outs. Jackson Zacharias advances over to third. Jaden King 0 for 2 here today. Opper going to the off-speed pitch here to King, so 0-1 swung on and missed by Jaden. Bottom half here of inning number 6. And swung on and missed here. So 0-2 now to Jaden King. So 7-0 our score. Kelton Opper here with an 0-2 count on Jaden King. Jackson Zacharias out at third. He's had the lone couple hits here today for Wild Rose. And Julian Martinez over in the on-deck circle for the Wildcats should King reach here. Ball misses down low here, so count now goes 1-2. A 1-2 here now.
He doesn't block as well as Eric, though. But he's got other strong suits. Yeah, Payne Mansell was pitching. It is.
So Opper set and his pitch, a fastball for a called third strike, and that is the third out here. Another Jamie Wenzel serve pro, number 14 for Kelton Opper. Or Jamie Wenzel, you can call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. 6 innings complete, no runs, no hits, 1 error. We move to the top half of inning number 7 here. Pacelli with a 7-0 lead. You're listening to and watching high school baseball, Pacelli Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back in a moment.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
All right, back here for the 7th inning of work here for Pacelli and Wild Rose. Evan Tratz here back out on the hill for his 5th inning of work here for the Wildcats. Pacelli will be led off here. I think we'll maybe see some pinch hitters here, and I think we will. And I think that's Nick Grivach, Luke Zakirka, if I'm looking at it right here. The top half of inning number 7 here. Pacelli with the 7-0 advantage. Wild Rose will have last at-bats as the home team here today in this contest. Been a pretty nice day for baseball overall. The way things looked on the radar earlier, and certainly even earlier in the week, you maybe would not have guessed that, but turned out to be a really, really nice day here out at Memorial Park here in Plover. CWC South game. Pacelli will be back home over at Buchholz Park tomorrow night. It's Wisconsin Rapids Assumption. So Nick Grivach here to lead things off in the top half of inning 7 for his first plate appearance today. Saw him out on the base paths earlier as a pinch runner. 1-0 count now here to Nick. Grivach goes 2-0 now here. Trats from the stretch here to Nick Grivach. And a called strike to Nick, so 2-1 now here for Nick. Ball misses out, so hitters count now to Nick Grivach. Luke Sikirka looks to be in the on-deck area here for Pacelli. And Grivach reaches, beg your pardon, on the base on ball.
Batting number 2, Luke Sikirka.
Luke Sikirka here, number 2 here. And a Chase Lyons sighting here. He's in the on-deck circle for Pacelli. And a called strike here to Sikirka. He has the speedy Nick Grivach out at first. Trats, that ball is hit. Going to get out of play, foul here. So now an 0-2 count here to Luke. With nobody out here. Trats' pitch skips away into the dirt. 1-2 here now to Sikirka. Pitching from the stretch is Evan Trats, and his pitch is swung on and missed for strikeout here of Sikirka, so out number 1.
Number 24,
Chase Lyons here, pinch hitting here with 1 out. That's junior Chase Lyons here. We've seen him a few times here this season, always enjoy seeing Chase out there. Big cut at it and missed here. So 0-1 to Chase. Nick Grivach out at first still here. 1 out here for Pacelli. Ball hit pretty sharply for Chase. That ball's going back. That ball's got some tailwind to it. And that'll be extra bases for Chase Lyons. Putting a charge into it is Chase Lyons with a double. Boom-bastic. Mr. Boom-bastic himself, Chase Lyons, getting it done with the extra base hit double.
Number 20, Nolan Wojciech.
So Chaser, that ball was just carrying and carrying. So runners here at second and third. And this is Nolan Wojciech. He had a base hit as well back in inning number 6, did Nolan. So he is 1 for 1 here today. Ball misses down low. 1-1 now to Nolan Wojciech. Ball misses high and outside here, so count goes to 2-1. As we mentioned earlier, Chase put a charge into that baseball. That ball was probably hit, well, I won't guesstimate the number of feet, but it's probably, I'll say 310. Hitters count here, well, 320 maybe. So Wojciech will be aboard with a base on ball.
The walk brings up number 14, Grant Hinker.
Grant Hinker had the fielder's choice. His last at-bat here in inning number 6. One out here for Grant. And a called strike. Curveball in there. Tratz dealing here. He's pitched 5 innings here today, or nearly 5 anyways. 4 1/3, I guess, technically, but so Hinker now with a 1-1 count here from Evan Tratz. Called strike here to Hinker. Count goes 1-2. Bases loaded here now. And that ball ripped into right. We'll see if the tag is up. And that will be the F-9 here for Hinker. 2 outs now.
Now batting number 19, Eric Reinke.
Eric Reinke here to pinch hit here today. His first plate appearance here this afternoon, freshman Eric Reinke. Evan Tratz here working from the stretch. Bases loaded, 2 outs here. Reinke looks at a ball in. And a called strike here to Reinke. That ball lifted into center. I think that's Zacharias out there who's played a pretty nice center field to retire Reinke for the F-8. Pacelli gets no runs, 1 hit, the double by Chase Lyons. We move to the bottom half of inning number 7. Our score 7-0 here, Pacelli. You've been listening to and watching high school baseball. Pacelli Baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Back here in a moment.
Buy 3 Goodyear tires and 1 is free has been extended at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Plus, get up to $200 back on 4 installed Goodyear tires when you use the Goodyear credit card. Buy 3 and 1 is free in March at Sherrill Tire and Auto. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Shuda Funeral Home in Stevens Point and Plover is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home providing families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable services when you need it most. The loss of a loved one is a difficult fact of life that Shuda Funeral Home will ensure you won't have to face alone. Shuda Funeral Home will guide you through the process from in-person visitations to creating obituaries and tributes. Pre-planning can also be a great way to ease these topics for your family. Learn more at shudafuneral.com or bring your questions and stop in.
Now in left field,
Back out here on Zaleski Sports here. We move to bottom half of inning number 7 here. Kelton Opper to get his 7th inning of work here. Looking to try to close things out for Kelton. As we mentioned last inning, Pacelli will be back home about 10 miles away, in fact, down at Buchholz Park tomorrow, where they will host Wisconsin Rapids Assumption. And then Pacelli will be on the road Saturday over in La Crosse Aquinas. Of course, one of those longtime CWCC conference teams, La Crosse Aquinas. They'll play a doubleheader over there in La Crosse.
Julian Martinez.
And then they will be back home Tuesday with Edgar. And we'll see if they have any other games next week. They may try to sprinkle in a game on one of the off days, perhaps. Not sure yet, but I'm sure we'll find out. And when we do, you'll be one of the first to know. So 7-0 is our score here. Pacelli with the 9 hits here today. Wild Rose 2 hits. And Julian Martinez here to lead things off here for Wild Rose. Cal Knopper out here for his 7th inning here today. 14 Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeouts for Mr. Hopper here. Coming in with a fastball. And quickly 0-1 here to Martinez. So Kelton's velocity looks probably as sharp now here in inning 7 as it did back in inning 1 roughly 2 hours ago. So 1-1 now here to Martinez. Hopper's pitch misses down low, so 2-1. That ball hit hard out to right. That'll be a base hit for Martinez. So Martinez now 1 for 3 here today. With a base hit out into right field. Just the 3rd given up here from Hopper today.
Cohen
Deschlet here. He is 0 for 1 here today. Hopper through 6 strong here thus far. And Ryan Beater over in the on-deck area here for Wild Rose. Hopper's pitch, a swing and a miss. Hopper again pitched a very good game here. 3 hits, no runs. Granted, it's not over yet, but thus far he's looked very, very solid here today. Certainly one of the guys that's near the top of that not bullpen, near the top of the rotation here. Or Pacelli, and certainly that will be something that most coaches have to. Pitching definitely is very helpful, particularly once you get into the postseason play. Important every time, but certainly becomes a bit more of a factor when you start getting into the postseason play. So 3-2 now here to Deschler here, Cohen, with Martinez over at first. And he's able to foul the Hopper offering away here. Kelton trying to get out of here. He might pitch count. I don't exactly know where he's at, but 83 it looks like. That ball hit sharply foul down the first base line here, so count remains full here. And that ball hit over to second, over to Hammerly. They'll go to 2. They're not going to get the out at 1, but it was a heck of a try nonetheless. They'll get the force over at 2 for out number 1.
Number 3, Ryan Beater.
fielder's choice here. So Ryan Beater here now, left fielder here today, is 0 for 2 here this afternoon.
And there's no concessions, or is there?
And that ball is fouled here, so I think he got a, did he get a piece of that? I thought maybe he did, but maybe not.
I would love to help her, but yeah.
So 1-1 now, the count here to Beater. Pitch gets away, wild pitch. So runner goes now to third. So lead runner out at third here for Wild Rose. And a swing and a miss here. So Beater down to 2 strikes here, 1-2 the count. And foul tip caught it, and that will be out number 2, and that is the 15th Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout here today, where you can call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. So 2 outs now here. And Hopper firing on all cylinders here. Fastball in there, swing and a miss. Kelton has just pitched a marvelous game here today. It's the first adjective I could come up with. I would say it's pretty accurate, though. So 1-1 here now to Ricky Button here. So 1-1 to Button. Ball misses high, so two outs here now to Button here. And ball misses high, so 3-1. And a swing and a miss, so count goes full now here to Button, Hopper to Button here. And a called third strike for the third out, and that will be a final here, and that is the 16th Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel strikeout here today for Cal Hopper. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Our final here, 7-0 Pacelli. We'll get our Nasonville Dairy postgame show here coming right up. Hopefully a few words with Coach Sankey. In all likelihood, Kelton Hopper probably will be our player of the game, I'm guessing, but not sure. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds at Nasonville Dairy at Marshfield Curtis or NasonvilleDairy.com. Again, our score here, Pacelli 7, Wild Rose 0. We'll get our Nasonville Dairy postgame show, get a few words here from Coach Sankey here and a player, and we'll be back here momentarily. You've been watching to and listening to High School Sports, Pacelli Sports here on Zaleski Sports. Back here momentarily.
The Cardinal girls just finished up.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, We ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflettieri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflettieri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
We are out here, back here with our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Head coach Wayne Sankey here today. You guys come out of here with a big conference victory today behind the left hand or left arm here today of Kel Knopper. 16 Jamie Wenzel Serpro strikeouts today. Coach, talk a little bit about your junior performance here today.
I think Kelton, you know, he works hard at his craft. There's no doubt about that. And you know, he makes some adjustments in between starts, and you can definitely see that today. He's much more around the zone, and it started off in his last start too, where he was getting his breaking ball pitches over, and it's just a lot more effective, a lot more fluid on the hill today.
Absolutely, and we're kind of talking about it during the game, just his velocity. We saw, I mean, his velocity was probably just as much, if not more, in that last 6th or 7th inning. What about the rest of the group here? You guys, you got your seed here, I think. I know you still have a lot of baseball in front of that, but you know, we get kind of into the postseason here soon.
Yeah, you know, with high school ball, it's interesting because you got to kind of, So there's some spots that aren't completely taken by guys, and sometimes other guys get hot during the season and other guys get cold. So, thankfully we've got 3 games in the next 2 days, and then we picked up another game late next week. But, guys are going to keep plugging away and keep getting better and hopefully playing good ball when we get into the playoffs.
Absolutely, Coach. I think you said it best. Just starting to gel, and I think you're really seeing that. Anything else, Coach? I know you guys are back at it tomorrow, back at Buchholz against Wisconsin Rapids Assumption. Then you got a tough doubleheader over in La Crosse with Aquinas.
Yeah, we're just getting reps, keep going until we get into the playoffs, and like I said, just want to be taking steps forward. And our goal now is to be the best team we can be when we get into the playoffs.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, appreciate it as always. We'll see you back at it tomorrow. That is head coach Wayne Sankey here. Junior Kel Knopper here today. You had 16 of the Jamie Wenzel Serve Pro strikeouts today. Just utterly dominant, I would say. Gave up, I think, 3 hits, no runs. Kel, just talk a little bit about today.
I was trying to find the zone early, which I did, I guess. And I was just trying to have my off-speed pitches get over for strikes and throwing those earlier in the count and finishing off hitters with those two.
And we got you right after you had to run the fence line. There's nothing better than having a pitcher have to run his fence line and then do a post-game interview here. But Kelton, talk a little bit about as you guys head into the next week or so, and then you have a late game next week, and then it's playoffs right away.
Yeah, we got a lot of tough games coming up, but it's playoff baseball now, so you got to take every game serious like it's the last.
Play it like it's the last. Well said, Junior Kelton Knopper here. You've done this one other time. We'll count you down with 3, then you'll say your name. You're in the Zaleski Sport. You're in the house, and we'll start. We'll go 3, 2, 1.
I'm Kelton Knopper, and I'm in the house.
That is Junior Kelton Knopper. Junior Kelton Knopper, the left-hander here today. Dominant pitching performance with the 16 Jamie Wenzel Serve Pro strikeouts here today. Gave up the 3 hits, went 7 innings for the complete game. Chelly will be back at it tomorrow. They're back home at Buchholz Park. They will host Wisconsin Rapids Assumption, and then they will be on the road Saturday for a doubleheader over in La Crosse Aquinas. Back home Tuesday with Edgar, and then you start getting into playoff baseball shortly thereafter. Our score again here tonight, 7-0 out at Memorial Park. That is a final. We'll be back at it tomorrow here. You've been watching to and listening to high school baseball, Pacelli baseball here on Zaleski Sports. Have a good rest of your night here on Thursday night.